Welcome all to the In My Opinion Show with Ronald Barry Robinson and friends, seen on the internet 24 hours, 7 days a week. I want to introduce our very talented co-host, Miss Jackie Williams.
Hello, everyone.
And Mr. Henry Haddon.
Ron and Jackie.
And welcome our millions of viewers worldwide. Let's talk about Secretary of State Rex Tillerson in published reports calls President Trump a moron. Webster's dictionary states a moron is a very stupid, foolish person.
Please.
Millions of Americans, I think, would agree. I certainly do. Should Secretary Tillerson be fired for telling the truth? Jackie?
Well, this is the thing. We have someone that is our commander-in-chief that is in everybody's lane. They said this is the first time that the Secretary of State is not able to employ his own staff because Trump has to approve everybody that he wants to add, and he has his own list of people that he want to add. So no one can pretty much work independently of the commander-in-chief because he has to have his hand in all the cookie jars. So what it does is it calls for micromanaging. So Rex Tillerson can't really do his job the way that he probably would like to do it without the influence of Trump overshadowing him. And so I'm sure out of frustration he called him a moron because things that he's working on, like he's working on talking, overseas and whatnot. And as soon as he is like in a meeting and trying to establish some type of peace, Trump starts tweeting things that erase all of the work that he's accomplished. So he is just out of frustration and just calling him a person that is out of control.
Well, I think Rex Tillerson's got something on the ball here, okay? I've thought about this a lot. I think President Donald Trump is a mole for the Russians. Okay? I think he is America's Benedict Arnold, who was a traitor. Webster's dictionary describes a traitor as one who betrays another's trust or is false in one's obligation or duty. In my opinion, American President Donald Trump fits both. He should be removed from office immediately. Henry?
Well, that's a good question that you ask. You ask whether the president should release Tillerson. He works for the president.
Who's
going to release him?
I think President Trump is a moron. I think Secretary Tillerson should not be fired for telling the truth. Okay, I think
the truth depends on who's looking at it.
I think
and Democrats who look at that
and
may not see it through John Desai.
It's a whole lot of Republicans looking at it.
What does it look like to you?
I don't know. I haven't thought about it. But to be called a moron, that does not dignify the President of the United States.
Sure, absolutely.
That one of his people who called him a moron, there's something wrong with it. How would you like to be sitting here and one of your employees call you a moron in front of the whole world?
If the shoe fits, you wear it.
And here you sit in the seat of the most powerful nation in the world.
Then I should act like I'm sitting in the most powerful seat in the nation, and I should act accordingly.
And what if you don't work for the president? What's it to you? I mean, why should?
I'm a loyal American citizen.
Okay, so you have an opinion.
He's not.
Let your opinion stack up with everybody else's.
Millions,
but
I'm sure.
Rex Tillerson can't do his job, and this is
I hear you.
Very important because of the issue with North Korea. He needs to be able to do his job. That is his job, not Donald Trump's job. His job is to let Rex Tillerson do his job.
But he has to oversee that job that Rex is doing.
He don't even know what the job description is.
That's the prerogative of the president.
He don't even know what the job description is, Henry.
I don't know that. I have not talked to Donald.
Oh, y'all want a first name?
Well, I have not talked to him. He told me that he doesn't know the job that Tillerson
What does
is
he
doing.
know?
But I don't know. But
It's not even a matter of what he knows. This is the thing. He is just a control person. He has to control every environment that he goes into. That's why he's always yelling fake news, because he can't control the media. So things that he can't control, he calls fake. So he have all of these PR people go out and they tell lies, because then the one guy told once he got he quit. What's his name? Saturday Night Live had a lot of fun with Spicer. Spicer said,
he was his first.
Spicer said he violated the code of journalism so many times because he was told not to report what was factual, but report what the president wanted them to know. So you have a different role working for Donald Trump. You have to go along with his chaotic fiasco of always having some type of disaster going on somewhere. He's mad at somebody. Every day he's upset with somebody. He's upset with the NFL. He's upset with a Puerto Rico mayor. He's upset with anybody. He can get upset with anybody and he'll tweet about it for days.
Yeah, but you are condemning him for being the president of the United States and directing his subordinates. And he has a right to say, Rex, today I want you to tighten up on this issue here. He has a right to do that. We want to move in a different direction instead of the one that we had talked about earlier.
But he's not mature enough to do that.
And
well,
American people,
you get into areas where I can't talk because I don't know.
the American people directs him.
Yeah, but the American people are not regimented. They can't direct anybody. They're all over the place.
They can't even stop him from tweeting. Nobody is directing him.
Somebody ought to take that damn phone from him and throw it somewhere, all right?
He will not allow for anybody to control him.
But he's the president. That's who
And
the
the
people
president,
elected.
and guess what? He was elected by the people, and he'll be put out by the people because you
Shortly,
serve
I
the
hope.
people. You don't serve yourself. And this is what he's missed. When he was taking the oath, he must have fell asleep. He's a little older. He must have fell asleep because it says that you work for the American people. You're supposed to put their job first. We're supposed to be first, not your own.
That's an ideal way of looking at it, but that doesn't happen in life. You take things a lot. Poop happens, okay? And when the president...
I thought you was going to say Putin happens because it does. And I'm glad you said that. Because Putin is one of the problems that we have. I'm glad you brought it up. I'm glad you brought it up because this is what we're talking about. He can't see straight because he is too busy taking direction from Putin. Putin is running the United States.
I'm sorry, I can't get into that. I have no background in that. And
Well,
I don't believe everything that I hear or read.
Okay, well, the Russia, investigation is real.
Yeah, Russia has been, what Russia did this last election did, nations have been doing that forever. And the American nation is equally guilty.
But they said we have never let it control our election.
Well,
This
we
is the
don't know.
First time, yes, because they.
No, we don't know.
They just took down Facebook.
Who?
For all of the
How do you know it didn't affect the election of 1960?
Because we didn't have Facebook.
Well, I'm talking about the Russians.
Oh.
You had Gorbachev.
Well, that's why President Kennedy stopped that foolishness with the Russians in Cuba. All right, they were up to foolishness then. Now they're up to more foolishness.
But Americans were too. You
Okay.
guys don't know the half of it.
But like they said, what benefits would Trump have? I mean, what the Russians would have for having Trump in office versus Hillary. So you got to look at the big picture. The big picture was Trump lied and said he didn't have any business investments in Russia.
He could have had those, and I support his right to have business investments.
They just went back and fixed. No, let me finish. They just went back and fixed what he said once again because he said he didn't have any business associations. Well, he did because he had just signed a letter of intent for hotel over there. So you did have business that you were trying to do in Russia.
But he's been doing that all over the world forever.
It doesn't matter. They
Yes, it
asked
does
him a
matter.
specific question,
They asked him
and he
during
said
his
he didn't have
campaign.
any business interests over in Russia.
They asked him at
was
the
there.
time that he was maybe running for office.
He was
But he's
supposed
always
to
had.
tell the truth.
Yeah, but
Okay.
from his
Trump is a traitor.
but from his perspective, he was telling the truth. Sure, he's done
From whose
business.
perspective?
So has his kids done business with
And
the
they're a
Russians.
bunch of liars,
and so
too.
And they
has
want all
General
of their- they
Motors
want
and
all of
Ford
their-
and Chrysler and all of those people done business
No,
with
they want
Russia.
all of their clearances revoked because when the Russia investigation happened, they transferred all of their emails to the real estate company of Trump's email. Did you know that?
No,
You need to watch TV.
I don't believe everything I hear.
No,
have
you don't want to
evidence.
hear what this truth.
No, I don't just go around and
You
look for
can't
stuff.
handle the truth.
No, I don't. Everything is not.
No, but it has to be factual.
All minutia is not important to me.
But the
There
point
has to be
is,
evidence. There has to be proof.
this is why
That's
we
why
can't
the
pay attention to
Constitution
your.
protects us.
No,
it
don't try to
protects
bring
you
up a
too.
Constitution.
But in America, you can do whatever you want.
You're doing
I'll
it.
let you go.
You're
Have
doing
it.
it.
Have it.
It's like talking to Kellyanne. I mean, it's just like you went all around. That's not what we're saying. What we're saying is the reason why this man is not respected, and the reason why Tillerson
Who
said
says he's not respected?
No, he's not
the
respected
approval
around
rating.
the
He's
world.
not
The approval
respected by
rating-
the people around this table.
He's got the lowest
approval rating.
approval rating of any
Abraham
president.
Lincoln had the
sitting-
lowest.
No,
And he
no,
was out there
does.
fighting for you guys.
What's the one that got impeached? He had a higher approval rating than him right now.
Oh, Nixon.
Yep.
Yeah.
They said
And
Nixon
that's what happened.
had a higher approval rating than him, and he was
And
impeached.
that's okay. But this is a new
So
day.
if America approves of him, why is his approval rating so low?
Why
because
do
they
you keep
probably
defending the non-defensible ones? Why do you do that?
well, I defend
because
the
you're a
president.
Republican.
No,
You want to
Has
stay
nothing
on
to do
your
with that.
you want to stay on your
No
lane or whatever you call it.
No.
The facts
It
are the
has
facts.
nothing-
The truth are the truth.
Has
Whether you're
nothing-
Republican, Democrat, Green Party, or liberal, or whatever. Okay, if the truth is out there, say it. Damn the party.
Would you know the truth if you saw it?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Would you? That's
Because
the
you don't
question.
examine any other data.
Neither
That's
do you.
the
You
truth.
don't even watch TV.
Well, at least I talk on the things that I know, not on what I
Well, how
speculate.
can you?
Okay.
Well, where does information come from?
Well, a lot of it comes from the news media,
Okay, but where do you get your information?
from the same places you get yours. And I get it directly from the White House.
And that's why you got fake news.
Well, that's what you can call it.
Because they said that he is the only president that tells more lies than anything. They catch him in a lie every day and all
Every
week.
day.
So my point is that stuff is not factual. This stuff is factual.
But how do you know it's a lie instead of a mistake? Just misstated something.
Who can get up and make 700 mistakes when you got a teleprompter telling you the truth, and then you look over here and just start talking, just start saying crazy stuff? Like when he went to Puerto Rico and he told them that he was gonna wipe out a debt. He don't even know what type of debt it is. This is what I'm talking about. Ill-informed. He doesn't know what he's talking about half the time.
But he told the people what they wanted to hear.
But is that your job, or tell them what you can do for them correctly?
Well, you guys think it ought to be what they want to hear.
No, I didn't say what they wanted
You
to
want
hear.
him to rush in, neglect the
No.
people on the mainland, go in and
No,
support
he
the
wanted
people
them
on
not.
the outside
They wanted him
perimeter
not
of the
to
United
come and
States.
throw paper towels
and that
at
would
them.
never happen. Nobody would do that. If we had a similar problem in Flint and Clio, guess who they're going to take care of first in Flint? They're going to take care of themselves first. Then you take care of the outsiders.
They said that he was there 17 minutes.
Yeah.
And it was a PR. They said because he didn't deal with the issue.
That's what they
He
said.
threw.
What did the
We've
other
seen it on
side?
television.
He
We've
Yeah,
seen
threw
it on
paper
TV.
towel at them.
Yeah,
Is that presidential? Just answer the question. No, answer the
I
question.
don't know what his intent was
No,
with throwing
no,
the
I didn't
towel.
ask you what the
You
intent
guys
was.
read-
Kellyanne,
you guys
not
are
the
reading
intent.
into this.
What would you say if I threw paper towel at you and you were asking me for help from the government? How would you feel if I threw some paper towel at you? You
I'm
haven't
not
had
you-
electricity
And you're
in
hungry
weeks.
and needed some water.
93% of you don't have electricity, but I'm throwing paper towel at you and I'm being.
You're reading too much in this signal, and you don't know. He didn't tell you what that was.
What was the point of the paper towels anyway?
Yeah, what was the
I
point
still
of it?
trying to figure that out.
I don't know
You have to
where.
have some
Was it
fake
high
news.
Oh,
side
I
or
think what it was is he was trying to make it seem like he was helping get them needs, because remember
Yeah,
how
well,
all of
maybe
the
that's what he was
all of
saying.
the help was on the shores, remember,
Yeah.
because they couldn't get to the land, so they were stuck, and then until some other people came and brought their boat to bring the goods over because
But you
people had
can't
shipped
condemn
it
him
out.
for doing that because you don't know what he meant by that.
A good deed is a good deed, regardless to
How
whose
is that
eyes.
suggestive of a
How
good
is
deed?
that a good deed where you're throwing paper towel and people are
What did
offended?
the faith that? How do you know they were defended? You were
They
not
told-
there. You are not a Puerto Rican.
I gotta be a Puerto Rican to be offended?
You have to grow up in the culture and understand the mindset of Puerto Ricans.
No, I can understand a news
And I
conference.
know
It
you're
said,
not Donald
we're
Trump."
offended. We're offended. That's what I believe.
You're
Of course,
not-
and those they might be Puerto Ricans, but they are American citizens.
Yes, they
And
are.
he didn't
okay.
even know that. He
Yeah,
didn't
He
even
didn't
know
even
that.
know that.
You know what? If
knew it.
I'd say
Moron fits
That-
him purposely. I mean, perfectly.
I'd say this, Ron, that if Donald Trump had taken care of Puerto Rico first, you would have revolution here on the mainland.
Nobody's suggesting that.
And
all right?
you gotta
Nobody's
be
suggesting
nuts
that.
not to
Nobody
think
asked
that.
him
Still,
to
they're
take care of them
still
first.
they're still Americans, all
But
right?
the governor of Puerto Rico, he was quite consoling.
She's a she.
But
No,
that's
that's
that was the
the
mayor.
mayor.
That
The
was the
mayor
mayor.
was she,
But the
yeah.
mayor was more condemning. She didn't know what she was talking
But did you
about.
hear what
she
he
did.
said? Did you hear what Donald Trump said to
I don't
her?
remember.
He told her, stop whining and help yourself. See, this is what I'm talking about. We got to be able to put our cards on the table and play your real card. Don't play the card you wish you had. You told her to stop whining and help yourself. How can I help myself if 93%...
They told the people that in Chicago during a snowstorm.
We're not in Chicago.
Hang on. But they didn't swelter at all. They took it on the chin.
No, they
Americans
didn't.
did.
They wouldn't let them come
Yes.
to Chicago. He rerouted his whole trip. He did not go to Chicago.
Who didn't?
Trump. He did not go to Chicago.
I'm not talking
after
about
that.
Trump. I'm talking about when Daley said you.
No,
folks
because Trump said something about their crime, and he was gonna go there, and they told him, "You come here if you want to." He did not go there. He did not
Right.
go there. But my point is, he started the fist fight. He told Puerto Rico mayor that stop whining about American helping him, because again, he didn't realize that Puerto Rico was in America, and he said, "Stop whining and help yourself." And that's when
Why do
she
you
fought
say he
back.
didn't know that Puerto Rico was in America?
Because they had to tell him.
No.
What'd you tell him, Ron? They
No,
had
He's
to
a
tell him.
moron, Henry.
They had to tell him.
Like Rexy told him, called him out. you're
And then he started talking about, well, it was a body of water, and he started going into this big, long explanation of why he thought. And they were like, no, this is a part of the United States.
Oh, he knew that. Everybody knows that.
he didn't obviously.
Well, everybody is not Donald
This is,
Trump.
let's see. You can play those roles in the public and believe, even the audience out there, I wager to you that they all know that Puerto Rico is within the United States territory. I bet you
don't
they
have-
all do.
They don't have the mindset of Donald Trump.
No.
He can't even look at a memo that's bigger than one page. That's too much for him to comprehend at one time.
See, I don't know him like you do.
No, I'm just telling you what he requires of his people. So I know how to read stats. You know how to read stats.
Yeah, but
and this is what they tell me. This is what they're ordered to do. They only can give him a page at a time, because if it's too much data, they said he do not want it and he cannot consume it at one time. So you have to, spoon feed him information.
Well,
he doesn't have
most
the
people-
intellectual capacity.
And most people will take serious issues and read them one at a time. You don't run all of this stuff multitasking through and bungling everything up.
Well, you know what, Obama, I just like to bring up this point.
Yeah.
Obama not only read all of his stuff in great thickness books, he also wrote notes. They said Trump wrote one little note in his whole term so far. He's been there 9 months, 10 months this month. And he has never wrote any corrections because he has nothing to add to the information that's there except his tweets.
Well,
That's the only writing that
he's got
doing.
some good
And that's
people working
nothing.
for him.
But he doesn't utilize them.
Well,
He's
if
got
they're
some
like
good
him.
people
Shame
working.
on America. My goodness. Again, I will say again, he's America's Benedict Arnold, and he's a traitor. And hopefully Mueller will.
Now you guys know.
Hopefully Mueller will confirm that, and then Bye-bye, Trump. Okay, 3 hots in the cot, Henry.
Aren't you glad
You can send him
that
mail.
you're an American? You say all of this stuff before the people. You condemn the president. You berate
I'm joining
him.
millions.
Hang on. You berate him like you berate the governor. And you can
just telling
say
the
that
truth.
because you're American. You can't go anywhere else and say that.
Sure you can.
Nowhere.
Sure you can. Sure
Where?
You can.
That's why I don't have a green card. He can't get rid of me. I can say it. Because if I was
Think about it. I want you guys to think about this.
I could go to Canada.
Yeah. Think about it.
Let's
Think
change
about it.
gears here real quick. Should transgender military personnel be removed from active service? No. They've been on the threshold almost from day one. Transgender is not something new. Okay? My thing is this: if a person, be what you want to be. All right? If you're a girl, you want to be a guy, so be it. If you're a guy, you want to be a girl, so be it. If you want to change, so be it. That's you. All right? I have no business in your business.
I think that conversation is between them and God. It has nothing to do with me. I don't sit on the right hand of God, and I don't hold judgment for any of them. This is the no judgment lane. If that's what you want to do, that's between you and God. But if you're able to get in the military and you're able to serve just like everybody else, so be it. If you're able to defend us when we need to be defended, shoot for us when we need you to shoot for us, do your job and do it well, I am all for it. It doesn't matter if you're transgender, LBGT. I mean, it doesn't matter. Black, white, it doesn't matter. As long as you can do the job. This is what we need to get away from. We always want to put somebody in a category. We don't need to put them in a category. The category should be whether I can do the job or I can't do the job. It should not be how I look while I'm doing the job. If I want to wear my mama's heels in the job, as long as the job is being completed, it should not matter. It should not matter. We want to always judge and put people where we want them to be comfortable because that's what we're comfortable with. If you don't like transgender, you don't be transgender. How about that? If you don't want to be gay, then you don't be gay. But let people be what they are and let them answer to God. That's the only person that has to judge them is God, not us. And if they want to be in the military, they have my vote.
And mind your own business, folks.
Hey, but who is this conversation between the person that's a transgender or gay or lesbian or whatever and the American people? Or who is the conversation?
What are you about?
Hey, who is the conversation about? Doesn't a person get to decide himself who he wants to be?
Sure.
Yes.
Okay, then what's the problem?
Well, it's
That's
not.
Trump.
That's your party that's saying that they can't serve.
These are things, a protocol and standards that's been established in the American military for centuries. And then you're going to come through, introduce a new element into the military and say, take that.
It's been there, Henry.
It's hard to break those down.
It's been there forever.
And the military is very conservative. It doesn't break down easy. Nor does the American government break down easy. You guys want to change everything overnight?
Nobody's changing anything.
Yeah, you say, oh, the Republicans want to change
transgender in there right now.
And it's not the Republicans, it's the American people.
No, I don't agree.
There's not, American people are composed of Democrats and Republicans.
But
and
I'm
everything
saying
else.
the people that are
transgender.
bringing, because this was a campaign promise from your president about the transgender.
No, from the President of the United States.
Well, he is your president.
Well, he's the president of all of those people out there nowadays.
Except me. Okay, so what I'm saying
But
is
he's my president.
transgender have been in the military for years. It hasn't been a problem with any of the other parties. All of a sudden, here come Donald Trump want to tell somebody who should be in the military. Well, nobody bothered him with his 5-time opting out self.
Well, you got to let the American people decide that. You can't decide that.
Mr. Hedder, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
If your life was on the line, all right, and you had a transgender person in your foxhole, would you tell them to get out?
No.
There you go. Neither would millions of other people out here in the world.
And nor should he be asked out.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah,
That's the point.
I am all for him helping me.
That's right. Please.
Whoever it is, I'm all for you over me.
But the thing is, the American people has to decide that you and I don't make the issue so.
But we haven't weighed in. This is the point.
This is what the president has done. He's thrown an issue out there so that the American people can have a conversation.
You think we haven't had a conversation?
What was the point of even throwing it out there?
Because it's a controversial issue in this country. All people don't agree.
You don't have to agree. We don't agree with smoking, but you don't smoke.
Yeah,
people
but
can smoke
that's not what we're talking about.
No, what I'm saying, but we have choices. It's a choice.
But Trump threw that issue out there because it was very divisive in this country.
And that's what he's all about.
No. He's giving the American people an opportunity to have a conversation so we can come to some kind of a conclusion as what the courts might tell us.
No, he's just trying to change it.
Once the court decides, then that's how the law will be.
He's just trying to keep the heat off of his butt. That's all.
Well, I don't see that.
Every time you turn around, he's switching up.
So you think that it's okay to discriminate against a group of people?
You guys don't think that the American people have a right to have this conversation?
No, I'm saying we've already had the conversation. That's why it's not an issue.
No, you have not had the conversation. You need to let the American people have this conversation. I would hate to be in a country where you were the king or the ruler.
But I'm saying, but
you're in one right now. Well, what all up there thinking he is?
That's why I can say what I can say here and won't get killed, and you won't either. But if I went into your country, I probably would find myself lost.
If your president acts just like his, who he really looks up to?
Who?
Hitler.
And Putin. But with that, this has been a great conversation. I'm sorry that we have to cut it short.
You can say that too.
But this is Ronald Barry Robinson and friends saying until next time. Thank you for joining us and stay focused.